After 17 episodes of a whole lot of nothing, Karen, your lies done caught up to you. Finally. What's up, everybody? It's your girl bonniscotch. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I wanted to bring you a review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 9, episode 17, the finale, y'all. Praise and worship. We have finally made it to the finale. This has been a long, arduous, torturous season of not a whole lot going on, a whole lot of nonsense, okay? Finally, we are free.
I am free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. No longer bound. No more chains holding me. My soul is resting. It's just a blessing. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I am free. Yes.
Before we get into today's commentary, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, it's a free way to support my channel and also let YouTube know that I'm here and that you all are rocking with my commentary, so YouTube starts to shoot my content out to other viewers. So we start this episode off with Karen and Ray. Karen is trying to decide what she's wearing to Stacey's charity fashion show for these puppies. Karen says that she's on a journey to rescue her own 2 puppies. Before Stacey came up with her charity, her desire was to adopt dogs that have been bred and should not have been bred. I'm not saying that Karen is lying, but it feels like it. It feels like she just made that up.
You just made that up.
These women are competitive with each other in very strange ways. What does it matter if you wanted to rescue dogs first? Can't you both be doing both things? Can't you support her and what she's doing? It's really odd to act like Stacey is trying to copy you or something like that. Like all of these women do it. I've seen them all do it with each other, but it's just very odd to me. It's like, girl, you're so petty. You're 60 years old. Stop this. Karen says, I don't need to go down this road of my friend breaking my heart and disrespecting me in regards to Stacey. I think that this is very dramatic. I don't think that you were being dragged by Mia. Mia was just saying, I don't have to explain myself to anybody. You don't have to. Mia wasn't even dragging Karen. Really? Well, she said that she would jump on any dick that would open itself up to her. And she also called her drunk, but that wasn't anything that was out of the norm. She really didn't drag Karen. And like Rodney the Voice said, Karen can definitely stick up for herself. She has done a really good job of running these women up off of her, so it's not like Karen needed anybody to come to her defense at that moment. Then she gets a call from Dr. Wendy inviting her to the White House. Then we get Stacey meeting up with her friend AJ. Y'all, can I tell you how sad I am that this is the first and only time that we have gotten to see this man? I think he's a key. I think he brought some comedic relief to the scene. I think he's hilarious, and I wanted to see more of him. Stacey says that some of her best memories are in Chicago with him. She knew him from back in her modeling days when she was a young girl modeling in Chicago.
Y'all, that was months ago when I googled Stacey's age. Today I googled her age, and all traces of her age have been scrubbed off the internet, honey.
39. That would make her class of 03. I'm class of 05. Hello? I don't believe that Stacey was in high school at the same time as me. Remember a few episodes ago when she introduced Aunt Dora to us, and she said that Aunt Dora is more of a sister to her than an aunt because they're so close in age. TJ is alleged to be 41 or 42, and he was in Sister Sister back in the day. The math on that is not mathing. These pictures are giving me 90s. That's what I'm saying when I say that. TJ gives Stacey a call while she's sitting with AJ. Did you all notice that TJ is always calling this lady when she is filming with other people? He always knows what time she's filming so that he can call and place himself. TJ, I want you to internalize this. You are Otis in this situation, and nobody's coming to see you.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Nobody's checking for you. TJ called. Baby, when I tell you AJ was all of us. He was so irritated. AJ said, come on now, that's not your type. Stop this. He would not be my choice for you. Stacey said that TJ is my best friend and my support system. How does he support you, Stacey? You know, I'm not even going to get into it with Stacey. I'm not going to get worked up this morning. We've already had this conversation. We've been down this road. I don't have the energy for it, okay? Stacey, I'm going to let you have that. You like it, I love it, sister, okay? AJ said that he's a cornball. Is he serious? You're really tripping. You need help. Once again, I likes me some AJ, honey. I like somebody who's just going to call the shit that we've all been seeing. I like that AJ is the voice of the people, okay? He is the voice of all of us as an audience. And something that I would have really liked to see instead of what Stacey brought with this man, you could have introduced yourself as this new divorcee. You are trying to get back into dating, and it's just your fabulous dating adventures. And every week that we see you, you are on a new date, and, you know, AJ is, you know, guiding you through this process and kind of giving you the lay of the land and, you know, meeting up with some of these gentlemen and like, I don't know about this one, Stacey. All right, I like this one for you. Maybe setting you up with this or that guy. That would have been fab. That would have been sickening. Stacey, you would have stole the show with that girl. Producers, call me. We get this scene with Ashley and her family. The second time I watched it, I just fast forwarded. But what we learn is that Ashley is finally finalizing her divorce, okay? It looks as though Michael has conceded. So good for Ashley. We also learned that her Aunt Monica is, I think she said she was 62. And I said, God damn, that's a bad bitch. Ashley's aunt is fierce and she looks damn good and she knows she's bad. She knows she bad. That's why she said that. That's why she said her age. She knows she bad. I said, yes, ma'am, Miss Monica. Anyway, next up we get a scene with Giselle and her kids planting a tree in honor of her father and their grandfather. I think that, you know, this is a beautiful form of ancestral veneration. We saw Cy do that on Real Housewives of New York as well, so shout out to them. Then we get Wendy at the White House. Y'all, when I tell you Wendy tipped through looking so sickening in that white pencil skirt and that, I think she had on like a polka dot black and white blouse with a pump and a red lip. Sickening. That's sickening. I personally am curious as to whether or not you all have watched the Dr. Wendy show. I haven't watched it, but if you all have watched it, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. So then we finally get to this conversation with Corinne Jean-Pierre and this orange baby. She knows she bad. She was so sickening in that orange, and it had a bit of a peplum kind of flared sleeve. The same at the bottom of the skirt. Beautiful. And then Wendy had on this gorgeous yellow, and it just made their skin pop. They just looked like an orange and a pineapple Fanta. They just, and I mean that in the best way possible, because growing up, I wanted nothing more than to be a Fanta girl. Y'all remember those commercials, right? Fanta, 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 Fanta. I wanted to be a Fanta girl so bad, honey, okay? Anyway, they looked gorgeous. They looked sickening. You know, Wendy is asking her about how she felt about being the first black queer, openly queer woman in this position. And Corinne said, listen, I was chosen and it is what it is. I said, yes, ma'am. Also, sidebar, I thought that Wendy looked really great in her confessional with Eddie. She had on silver. She, you know, came back with the jet black hair. I think that Wendy just looks great in like number 1 or 1B color hair. Gorgeous. I think my hair is like a number 2. It's not quite, maybe it is 1B. I don't know. But Hers is slightly darker than mine, and I just love it when it's like that jet black. It just looks so great on her, and it just pulls her features forward. Wendy's family is so gorgeous to me. I think that Cam is a doll. Her daughter, absolute doll baby. She is stunning, that little girl, okay? We have Stacey meeting up with the event planner and TJ. They get a shot of him strutting down the street into the venue. I said, look at her. I said, come on and tip through, Miss Thing. Anyway, all of a sudden, we see that Stacey has changed. She has on a new dress. She has on a new wig. Honey, the wig is straight out of the beauty supply store. Awful, awful. Just a terrible wig, honey. Burn it. It looked like Barbie hair. You know that synthetic blonde Barbie hair that tangles really fast and just gets matted up? And once it's matted up, you can't comb it out. So it's just like a big tangled mess sitting on that Barbie's head after a while. It didn't get to the tangle stage, but it will get there. And I don't know if you all know anything about blonde synthetic hair, but it is some of the worst quality hair that you could work with. So anyway, Stacey had asked TJ, do you like my hair? And he said, if you like it, I love it.
Oh, everyone in black. Hi, okay, I love you.
So now we have AJ and TJ meeting for the first time. TJ says some really weird things to this man, just really unnecessary dialogue, acting like a real weirdo. It was very cringe. I'm like, just leave this man alone. All you had to do was introduce yourself to him like a normal person. Stacey is asking TJ, well, how do you feel now that you're here and you're kind of settled in? And he's like, wait. You know, I just got here. Hold on, calm down. And it's like, why did you have to cut her off like that? He is so rude and disgusting and disrespectful. And then he cuts her off and then he tries to pull it back in the direction of, well, you know, I'm proud of you and all that you've accomplished. No, you wanted to cut her off to be a dickhead. In walks Jacqueline and Kiarna. We see Jazzy for the first time in I don't know how many episodes. Jazzy walked in with her gremlin. Now, I know that Jazzy was trying to give this Schiaparelli moment with the kind of gold hardware. I just didn't like it on her. I didn't like it on her. I think Jazzy is a gorgeous woman. I really, really do. So now we have this conversation with Stacey and Karen. Stacey is like, why do we have a problem? I'm shocked by your text. Karen says, I have no issue with you getting to know the girls, but you know that Mia went in on my character. Stacey says, I stood up for you at Lake Norman when Mia called you a drunk and a cheater. Karen said, I let you talk now. Let me talk now. This is etiquette 201. Zip it. I would have said, Karen, who the fuck are you talking to? Did y'all peep how she told her zip it like she was her mama or she was her teacher? This is a grown-ass woman. Karen says that she is getting the impression that Stacey is a backstabber. And then her confessional, she gets a scarecrow that's supposed to be representative of Stacey. This thing was actually scary, y'all. That scarecrow that she got from wherever she got it from was legitimately scary. Now, we know Karen loves a prop, but I was like, Karen, that seemed like it was a little bit mean. It seemed mean. It seemed a little bit over the top. I don't feel like that moment warranted, you know, what Stacey was doing with Mia, kind of like standing with her, listening to her. I don't know if that moment warranted all of that. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal, but it's like, really, Karen? Stacey thinks that Karen wants her to have this undying allegiance to her and not step out of the line, and Stacey is absolutely correct in her assessment. And then Karen started reading her about how she looks in her clothes, telling her that she looked absolutely horrible.
Remember when the ladies were in Panama and Karen was telling Stacey that she needs to put Wendy's butt on her back because she had a washboard ass?
Stacey is like, well, you're insulting Vivian's clothes because she made this. She's like, no, I'm insulting the way you wear the clothes. I was like, oh my God, Karen. Karen brought up some charges that Stacey allegedly has about driving through the same stop sign 3 times.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's true, because one thing about Karen, she gonna dig some shit up on your ass to weaponize it later.
Kiarna reveals to the women that she and Uggams McGee are still on the outs. They can't even agree to disagree right now, and that they're going to have to figure out a way to, you know, kind of get away from each other for a bit, I guess. Kiarna, I just think it's very sad that every time we've seen you this season, you are complaining about Ugmo Jones. I just think it's sad. For you to have a platform such as Housewives, and this is all that you have brought to us, choices were made. Choices. Ashley came in looking just as tacky as ever, and then she immediately started reading Stacey about her wig.
Are you in search of a white man? No. What I'm doing?
Ariana, you look a hot mess.
A
You
hot
really
mess.
do.
I've been trying to tell you
And I'm
that.
serious. That wig looks synthetic. The
It's
bang.
ugly.
Come on now, take that off. You ain't going
You
nowhere
ain't
with
going
that
nowhere
wig
looking
on.
like that.
Take that wig off, man.
You're not going.
She really thinks she doing something.
I'm
You need
your
to
best
stay here if
friend,
you going out looking like
and I'm
that.
being honest, that wig don't look good.
How is it that Ashley came in reading Stacey about her wig in a fucked up wig herself? Ashley came in a fucked up wig and changed into another fucked up wig for the fashion show. Eddie and Wendy come walking in. Eddie brought Stacey a gift. He brought her some edibles from his Happy Eddie line. Let me tell you something. I think that Eddie is a class act. I really do. Okay, I think that's a good man, Savannah. I think he is so sweet. And I think that he is so supportive of Wendy. And this is how a man is supposed to come on TV. This is the energy that a man is supposed to have behind his wife. That's what I want to see. This dynamic that Wendy and Eddie have. They're just a gorgeous couple. They really are.
That's what I want to see. That. Not that other that. That. I want to see that. I don't know what Caesar was taping with that other that. That whack. But that is what I want to see.
Now the women are breaking the news to Wendy about what Karen said. Karen says that it's not true. You can tell that she's lying. I did feel bad for Wendy because we get all of these flashbacks of Wendy sticking up for Karen, riding for Karen at every turn. Wendy really was a great friend to Karen. I'm glad that it seems like you're taking heed going forward with Karen. Wendy still went on to be friends with Karen after Karen said those disgusting things about her. She said she slithered her way onto the show. She said that Wendy doesn't fit the aesthetic of the group. We still don't know what that means to this day. Okay, Karen has been outwardly disgusting towards Wendy, and Wendy still found it in her heart to be kind to her. So, you know, it's just a sad situation. I did feel bad for Wendy. I really did, because it's like Wendy has done nothing but tried to like kind of get in where she fits in this group, and they really have given her a hard time. Wendy said in her confessional, if Karen had my life, she'd be a little self-absorbed too. I said, I know that's right. And also, what is Karen's issue with certain women when they come onto the show? Is it that they have education? Is it that they have means of their own? Is it because they didn't have to marry into wealth? Like, what is Karen's issue really with some of these women? I don't understand it. Is it this? Because let's just call things what they are. Hello? What do you mean by she doesn't fit the aesthetic of the group? The only thing that is really different about Wendy compared to the rest of the group is that she's educated and she's a notably darker woman than everybody else. So what did you mean by that? Now we have Stacey and TJ starting the show. Did y'all peep that when Cal came in and had a seat and TJ starts, you know, running off his title or whatever, Cal is like, oh, okay. You know, like noticing that this man is very extra. He's like, all right. Giselle was cackling, talking about that's why she got fired from Fox. Giselle, you just have a nasty spirit for no reason. Because where did that come from? This unprovoked venom. That's why she got fired from Fox. So the ladies have, you know, their walk with the dogs. It was so cute. The puppies were so darling. And then they all bring out the ladies for a final walk with the puppies. And some genius decides to disperse some type of fog. And it's a quick and fast disbursement of the fog. And baby, when I tell you these puppies were scared, literally shitless. They started shitting everywhere. It made them so nervous that they lost control. Everybody else is running around and screaming and panicking. And I'm just like, oh my God. Why did they do that? It was a perfectly fine show. Everybody's running around in their heels and dresses. Karen is running to find a trash can. She starts hurling. It was just a mess. And then you got Stacey's man. You got Stacey's best friend up on the balcony watching y'all, watching as all of the chaos ensues, and he's just standing there, looking down at everybody, smiling. Anybody else's man, anybody else's best friend would have got down off that balcony and went to go and help, went to go and see how they could be of some type of service, serve some type of purpose. And he's standing there like a fucking clown, watching them. You think that Happy Eddie would have stood there and watched Wendy freaking out while she's down there and all these, puppies are running around shitting all over the place? You know how at the end of the season we get these blurbs of what is happening in everybody's lives. I'm not going to read all of the blurbs. I'm just going to go through the ones that stood out, the most important ones anyway. Kiarna and Uggams McGee tried moving into their new home together, but Kay moved out soon after. Kay stands firm on expecting a ring by February 2025. So it's February in real time. So, we'll see. I'm hoping that you don't get the ring, sister. I'm hoping that you all have broken up. You know what I hate when people say? I hate when people are like, oh, I don't wish divorce on anybody. Sometimes y'all need to wish divorce on people because people are stuck in miserable, disgusting relationships where the person is doing more harm than good to them. So yeah, I will advocate for a breakup if it means that that woman can be set free. This woman told this man that she feels as though he dims her light. She said those words out loud. She said it out of her mouth to this man. If you have to say it, sister.
This is garbage.
So I hope that they broke up. I hope that they don't get it together. I hope that he continues to be the same type of nasty person that he has always shown himself to be, so she can get it through her head that they're incompatible. And she can go on about her life and find somebody who can treat her well. Or maybe just take a break and be single and just reassess some things. You have some major things to reassess if this is what you have brought to us. This is what you have brought to the Housewives platform.
Not to mention some major self-esteem issues.
Crying about this ugly ass man every week. We learned that Wendy is teaching a class on reality TV at some university. Stacey is in the final stage of her divorce. And then everybody else's blurbs were just whatever to me. Then we get a 5 months later moment for Karen where she went to court. She was found guilty, as everybody knows. Her sentencing is scheduled for February of 2025. She faces up to 2 years in prison. Karen needs to get her ass locked up. Apparently this isn't the first, second, or third DUI. I do feel like even if it is a first offense DUI, you need to get locked up. It is very dangerous, very negligent, disgusting and irresponsible behavior. And then we get this moment for the reunion trailer. I did discuss the looks on an open panel last night in a live that I did, so if you want to go ahead and check that out. We learned that Karen phoned it in for this reunion. Ashley alleged that there was a man in the car with Karen and that he fled the scene. Imagine some man that Karen's with running down the street while her car is banged up about to catch on fire, y'all. Apparently, Eddie FaceTimed with TJ and asked him why he wasn't coming. And I got the tea on why he isn't coming. If you want the tea, go ahead and check out Kempire's page. He posted it in one of his shorts. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's sensitive about spoilers. But if what I heard is true, Stacey, girl.
What do we have, ladies? A fucking clown. We are a stupid bitch. We are a fucking clown. This is the final look, ladies.
Miss Thing? No, ma'am. But anyway, y'all, that was the episode. We start the reunion next week. I cannot wait. I feel like the reunion is going to be better than the actual season. Whereas I feel like it's kind of the flip for SLC. I feel like SLC had a great season, and then the reunion feels a little bit lackluster to me. But anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Go ahead and get down in the comments with me. Let me know how you felt about this one. You already know that I want to hear from you. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I know a lot of y'all are searching my name. A lot of my content is watched by people who are not subscribed to my channel. Y'all are watching, but y'all are not subscribing. I don't really get it, but I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm posting, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Peace.
Come on. It's me, Al Grande.
or call me Papi Chulito. Yo tengo mucho loving for you mommies if you legal. For honeys, nothing equal to the way I tap that spot. Get your cat hot, guess what? You hit the jackpot. Candlelight dinners for you winners. See, I'm like Don Juan, beat me, sweetie. I get in ya. Sugar, I'ma put you in a beautiful